Hey everyone, Carrie Beck here with Family eBiz, where we help families, moms, and anyone get their business started and take it to the next level so you can make a full-time living and gain freedom in your life. Hey, I'm in the middle of a series. We've been talking a lot about digital courses, about creating courses and launching courses. I wholeheartedly believe in them that my digital courses have propelled me to the next level. But some of you are like, I can't do that. And here's what you might be saying to yourself. I have such a small list. I can never make that much money. I don't have any money in the budget to launch, or I don't have a team that helps me do all my work. It's just me. Well, I've got news for you. Today, we're going to talk about each one of those issues and be able to hopefully help you get past this fear of moving forward with a small team, a small budget, a small list. I want to say that in the beginning, one of the first things I think that will propel you, no matter what, whether you have a big or a small list, it doesn't matter. What matters is your why. Why are you doing it? If your why is big enough, you'll go ahead and move forward. And so I believe that is you have got to know your why. What if you don't know your why, then what is your fear? Why are you not pulling the trigger? I think that is another thing. You need to quiet the voice in here that says, "Oh, you can't do this. Oh, you're not good enough." Quiet that and get rid of that, right? I will tell you this too. A lot of people that said I have launched digital courses that I wished I'd done it earlier when my list was actually small. That may be you. So let's talk about these different areas. First of all, a small list. A lot of times I have people say, well, I'm not going to launch now. I'm going to go ahead and grow my list, and in a year I will. And what happens? We move forward a year and your list is the same size and it hasn't grown. A lot of times when we create something to sell, it will propel us to grow that list, and we can do that simultaneously. And let's face it, it is not about how big your list is. It is about how loyal your list is, how responsive they are to you. I think it's so important that you don't worry about your list size and you grow your list at the same time you're creating a course. Let me tell you a story about Nicole. I think this is how you say her name. If I mispronounce it, sorry. Nicole Knives, she was a marketing and brand strategist. And she said, she had this great marketing job and she had run $1 million launch campaigns. And she was like, this is so fun. I got my life figured out. In January in 2019, she got 2 days notice. The whole company did that they were shutting down the company. 2 days is all she had. She said, I thought I had it all figured out. Now I'm unemployed. Oh, wow. So you never know. We can turn beauty into ashes. She said she took several months trying to figure this out. She wanted the financial security, but even more important, she wanted time freedom for herself and for her family. So she thought, I think I'm going to start my own business. She was listening actually to my business coach, Amy Porterfield, and she was getting inspired and she was doing a little bit of one-on-one, but that was tiring her out. She did not have the time to do one-on-one. She said, okay, I'm going to go ahead and start my business. She's going to call it the Brand Vibe. And as soon as she started it, she got a job offer. And she said, I'll take the job, but just know I am starting my business. And at that time, she found out about Amy's Digital Course Academy. And here's what I think was so interesting. She said, I'm going to use my talents in marketing. And I also want to be able to pour into women. She was a mom herself. She did not have time to do all those one-on-one coaching um, sessions. She's like, this is what I need. But she said, I almost didn't even get the course because Digital Course Academy, I didn't even sign up because I had no email list. Some of y'all at least have an email list. She had 0 people on her email list. But she's like, okay, I'm going to go ahead. I'm going to do this. And when she got the pre-module, and if you ever sign up for Digital Course Academy, you'll find out that before you actually get module 1, you get a pre-course, and it's all about growing your list. And Nicole said, I got it. I started it. I started doing everything exactly like she told me to do. And she ended up launching her course. And get this again, She had 100 people on her list. Even now, today, she says she only has 1,000 people on her list. She had 100 people on her list, and but here's the deal, they were engaged with her. They were loyal to her. And when she had her first launch, she made about $10,000. And that was during some of the crazy times, I think, of COVID as well. But that really propelled her business. Get this, listen, some of y'all are like, "My list is so small, I have 250." You have a list. If you are building it and building a relationship with it, the people, not it, the list is not an it, the list are people. She said since then she's grown. DCA gave her the momentum to step out and build a business on good business foundation. She had sat on her idea for 6 months, and then once she got Digital Course Academy, she launched it in 6 weeks and made $10,000. She says, I love my full-time job because it's to run my business. But what she loves even more is the idea that she helps so many women along the way. And that's what we talk a lot about. If you have a business, you need to see who you are serving. So she saw this as a financial thing, but she also saw it as a way to serve women with their businesses as well. So you don't need thousands and thousands. You need a loyal, engaged base. And when you do that and you engage with them, they will begin to trust you. The power of an engaged list can make money. There's another girl, Jan Ditchful, when she launched her course, um, she had 550 people on her email list. And since that time, when she launched in 2020, since then, she's made $145,000 revenue. 90% of it comes from digital courses. So if you think you can't have a course or launch a product of any kind, small list is not it. You've just heard a real life story. The other thing is some of y'all are like, I don't have a team. How do I do this? Well, let me tell you, I've gone solo for years and years, really up until about 3 years ago. I was a solopreneur. I did everything myself. Now, I would sometimes hire a specific task out, like designing a logo, because I really wanted a certain look and feel. And I still to this day, I just sent a logo out. Someone's working on a logo for the event that I'm going to run at the end of October. And actually, it is about list building and funnels and marketing. But if you don't have a team and you are a team of one, or maybe you're a small team with just one VA that works 5 hours a week, there are still things that you can do to help yourself. One, you can do your own graphics through Canva, tons of templates on Canva. Super easy. If I can do it, anyone can do it. You can schedule things ahead of time. Go into Pinterest and Facebook and Instagram, use their native scheduler and just spend an hour or two getting everything scheduled for the month, and you're done. Be creative. Maybe I have done this as well. I have traded work for people. Like, if you'll do this, then I will offer you this free of charge. Didn't cost me a penny because things were digital. Um, and then another thing you could do, that's the main things. So small team, get creative. So small list shouldn't be a problem. Small team shouldn't be a problem. Next one, I can hear it right now. Small budget. Well, let me tell you, if you have a small budget, skip the paid ads. I have yet to pay for ads on any of my launches. And in fact, Jan Ditchfield, that I just told you had 550 people on her email list, she did not pay for any ads her first launch, and she still was very successful with it. So let's just take a step back and think. If you want to have a business, you need to either spend money or spend time. If you don't have the money, then you're going to spend time. That is a super easy solution. And you will spend the time if that why is big enough. If the reason, some of you are like, I want my husband to come home. Some of you are like, I want to pay for my kids' private school education. Or some of you are like, I just want to pay the electricity. There was a girl, I didn't bring her story down. I don't know her name, but as I was reading her story and the way she had launched a course, she said, now I don't have to be on food stamps. I bet you're not on food stamps. She was in a bad place. If she was on food stamps before and now she runs a successful business, I will find her story and I will share it later this week. But if she is, she did something without a lot of money. All right. So if you need to worry about your time and you're going you to block your time, schedule your time so that you're very productive. Sometimes when I need to do that, I get up at 4:30 in the morning and get a big cup of coffee and I get to work. So there is another podcast. I will put the link wherever you're listening to it. And this is about Mallory Rose. And if you say, I don't have time, you're like, I don't have money, I don't have time. Mallory Rose started her business when her son was 14 months old. It took focus, determination, and a bit of support. So I will leave you the link to her story and you can just listen to it yourself. And I think that might encourage you. If someone with a 14-month-old baby can launch a successful business, we all can. My personal story when it comes to budget is I have not paid for ads. I've paid for ads a few times on my events and it ends up being a waste of money. And I've just sort of given up on that. Maybe when I can hire someone to be my ad manager will do that. But right now I don't pay for any ads. Everything is organic. My why is bigger than my worry about can I do this? My why is because my why is if I want a freedom to go help my grandkids or to go on vacation, just like by the time you're listening to it, the reason I have a beach background is I will be on the beach in El Salvador. My son Hunter got there last week and he'll be there till the end of this week. And I will be joining him. Not only will I be joining him, I will also be able to go and meet with some of the mamas that I used to work with. So those are big enough whys that I'm going to keep this thing going so I have that freedom and I'm not just trading time for dollars. When I when I actually decided I wanted to launch a course in the correct way, in a proven plan, a proven strategy, and I was going to invest in Amy Porterfield, what she had to offer, I was like, ooh, this is a lot of money. I didn't really have the budget, but you know what I did? I was like, I'm going to pay for it and I'm going to recoup it in that first launch. So I bought it in September. I launched in January, recouped all my investment, and started to make a profit on that first launch. I was determined. Now, I will tell you, I was in accountability pods, and I don't think a lot of them were. They just kept putting it off and pushing it off. One thing I will tell you is I personally believe a digital course gives you so much freedom and it can actually grow your business. Some of you are like, okay, I hear what you say about a small list, a small team, and a small budget, Carrie. I get it. I can see how that, but something is stopping you from pulling that trigger. There is a story that's made up in your head. You don't have a list, you don't have a team, you don't have the money to start. Your brain is leading you to failure already, and you haven't even pulled the trigger and gotten started. You're thinking, what if this doesn't work? But in the back of my head, that little bitty small quiet voice says, but what if it does? What if it does? I believe the people that are winning in entrepreneurship, becoming their own boss, building a business, having time freedom, they are the ones that listen to the voice that says, what if it does? And they keep moving forward. And yeah, there may be roadblocks along the way, but they continue to move forward. What would be possible if you were able to launch a course or a product in a proven method? What would be possible? I've already told you a few of the things that I have as possible. Another one's waking up when I want to and starting my day for work. I work hard and I work a lot, but I can start it when I want to. So get quiet, get rid of that loud voice and start listening to the truth about what if it does. So there are answers. You can do this even with a small list like Nicole, a no team like I've done solopreneur forever, or like no budget. And some of y'all are saying, I don't even have time. Go listen to Mallory's talk. Go listen to her story and you'll be impressed. Now, before I close, I do want to invite you to, I have a free resource for you. It is a free masterclass and it will go beyond what I'm sharing. How to build and launch a profitable digital course without a big team, a big budget, or the constant overwhelm of what do I do next. My coach, Amy, is going to be sharing 5 steps that you can streamline your launch. I can't wait to hear it. I have not heard this presentation because it is a brand new presentation. wherever you're listening, you should be able to find the link. Go ahead, sign up right now. I highly encourage you to get on the live masterclass, because if you get on the live masterclass, there is a free bonus. And I don't remember exactly what it is. Oh, it is some templates, and templates that could help you with your email list as well, and your social media post as well. So get on there and be sure that you are live, and then you can learn how you can launch your course without all these extra things that maybe all the big gurus have, because I don't have those as well. Hey, if y'all have questions, let me know. And I will tell you, I haven't announced this, but once I get to El Salvador, that means right after you hear this, I'm going to do part 2 of my story, because I didn't finish it all last week. And there's some more cool things that I really want to share with you, as well as some brand new gifts, bonus gifts that I'm going to offer. And some of that is some individual and group coaching as well. So I know you'll want to get those. So carry back, family eBiz. We'll talk to you next time.